In the previous part, Tion had made some friends, and later he also helped their hunting team. Because of this, Tion had accumulated a large number of beast cores, so he exchanged them at the pavilion for some martial arts technique books. After practicing these techniques for a few days, he began his journey back home to Star Town. However, on the way, he sees that Yuan and Xiong are being harassed by a boy named Han Fang. Therefore, Tion stops there to help them. But Han Fang does not listen to Tion and challenges him to a life and death battle. Now, moving forward. At the beginning of this episode, we see that Tion and Han Fang have both arrived at the battle arena. Here, Han Fang is explaining to Tion how risky it is for him to fight here. You know this, right? Because you could be killed here. Tion replies, "Yes, I know." Meanwhile, the other disciples watching the match were very surprised. They were saying that Han Fang just had a breakthrough and has now reached level 9. They also knew about Tion, that his level hasn't increased for a long time. They say he was missing for a few days and now he suddenly comes back and challenges Han Fang. It seems he has gone mad. Just then, flames cover the area around the battle arena so that no one can leave until they are defeated. This is the rule here. Yuan encourages Tion from the sidelines, saying, "You will win." This makes Han Fang angry. He says, "It is too late to apologize now." To which Tion replies, "But it is not too late for you. If you want to apologize, you still can." Becoming even angrier at this, Han Fang immediately takes his sword and attacks Tion. However, Tion jumps into the air and stops Han Fang with his sword strike. While Han Fang is facing Tion's sword strike, Tion once again launches a heavy attack and throws Han Fang far away. Due to the energy of this impact, the flames also disappeared and Han Fang's sword fell from his hand. By the way, this technique is called the Jinju sword technique. The other disciples were very shocked to see this technique. But then Han Fang says, "It seems you know a few tricks, but now you won't be able to stand in this arena." Saying this, he immediately jumps into the air and creates a spirit formation. The other disciples realized what attack he was about to use. Yuan also knew that this was Han Fang's special attack, so she tells Tion to dodge. But Han Fang says, "It's too late now, you can't do anything." Saying this, he extracts a massive spiritual form of his weapon from the formation and hurls it towards Tion. Tion did not move out of the way, which surprised even Han Fang a little, but he thought Tion had given up. Suddenly, the spiritual form of his weapon stops right in front of Tion. This is because Tion's body has hardened, because of the technique he learned in the previous part. An armor has appeared on his body. The armor easily stopped Han Fang's attack. Although Han Fang increases the power of his attack, the armor was still blocking it very easily. Then Tion destroys his spiritual attack with just 2 fingers and says, "Now it's my turn." After that, he uses the 13 types of sword attack techniques. The technique was not fully complete yet, but Tion combined all its power into a single strike. Because of this, with just one hit, Han Fang falls to the ground. He was likely dead because he could not move. After seeing this, everyone was extremely shocked that Tion drew his sword and defeated a 9th level cultivator like Han Fang in a single attack. They were saying that Tion has become a monster. Now, we see Tion returning with Yuan and Xiong. Yuan says, "I didn't think we would meet you again. We thought you had left." Tion says, "Yes, I was heading towards the town, but then I heard your voices." However, he mentions that he is about to head towards Star Town again. Hearing this, Yuan becomes a bit sad. She asks, "When will you return?" Tion replies, "Perhaps. I will return in 2 or 3 months." Yuan says, "Take care of yourself." Tion says, "Yes, you too take care as well." And after that, he leaves. From there, Yuan looked a bit sad watching him go. Xiong understood that Yuan likes Tion, so he asks her about it. But Yuan says, "No, it's nothing like that." Xiong says, "I don't think so. Just looking at you, I can tell you wanted to go with him. But perhaps you need to forget about him, because he is changing day by day." Yuan doesn't understand this and asks, "What do you mean?" Xiong says, "Haven't you seen? He has become much stronger than before, and with time, he is getting more handsome too, while you still look the same." Saying this, Xiong runs away immediately. Yuan gets angry and starts chasing after Xiong. After this, the scene changes. And we come to Shen Hao. He is actually Shun, she's big brother. He has received his brother's dead body. He is very sad about this. He asks the guards who brought the body where they found it. They explain that when they went to the forest outside the city, they found the body there. There was also a thunder tiger lying nearby, whose beast core someone had already taken. There were sword marks on its body, which means whoever attacked was truly powerful. Hearing this, Shun Hao gets very angry. He immediately grabs the guard by the neck, lifts him up, and asks, "Did you find out who it was?" The guard says, "No, we couldn't find out anything about that." Shen Hao pushes him away and says, "Fine, then go to the pavilion and see who exchanged the beast core, and whoever it is, bring him to me. I will tear him into pieces and bury him next to my brother's grave." After this, the scene changes directly to Star Town, where we see the young masters of the Shun family, Wen family, Gu family, and K family in a restaurant. This Shun family young master is the brother of Tion's father, meaning Tion's second uncle's son. All four are young masters, so they are friends. They were discussing the upcoming competition. Actually, a competition is being organized here, just now. The Shun family young master was saying that the Shun family will win this competition. By the way, he calls himself young master, but in reality, Tion is the young master, and he is just a disciple. Until his father becomes the leader here, he will not be called young master. But because Tion is weak, all the boys call him young master. Everyone is very excited about this competition. Then, they ask the Wen family young master about the reward for this competition. He reveals that the reward will be the yin-yang fruit. Hearing this, they were very shocked. Amazing. That fruit can make any person a perfect martial artist. I didn't think such a big prize would be kept for this competition. Then the Wen family young master asks him, "I heard that your family's young master has died because he went somewhere." This boy says, "What difference does it make? If he is dead or not, it doesn't concern us. Besides, if he were in the competition, he would only shame our family." Just then, Tion overhears them. He says, "It seems you're talking about me." The boy immediately looks down. He was surprised to see Tion. He says, "You're still alive?" Tion replies, "It seems you aren't happy to see me alive." The boy starts saying, "You shouldn't stay here. Go home. Anyway, you will only disgrace me here." But Tion says, "Not yet. I have to teach you something first." Saying this, Tion comes straight to this boy, grabs him by the throat, lifts him up, and then throws him down from there. Coming down, he says, "Next time, you will not call me by my name, but address me as young master." Seeing this, that disciple was terrified. The other three young masters were also shocked. Tion tells them this applies to you as well. Hearing this, the Wen family young master steps forward and says, "Your father will have to pay the price for what you are doing." Tion gets angry at this, so he goes there and knocks him down too, saying, "You're only a level 6 cultivator. You have no right to speak in front of me." Now the Wen family young master retreats in fear. Tion asks the other two disciples if they also want to say something, but they were scared, so Tion moves on from there. However, turning back, he says, "Remember one thing. There's only one young master in the Shun family, and that is me. And if you have any problem with this, you can come and talk to me anytime." And with him saying just that, this part ends here.